What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Joel Culpepper Outdoors. I'm Joel Culpepper, and as you can guess from the title, I'm not too happy at the moment. So, we've talked about the consequence and how much I love this bow, how good it shoots for me, and also the problems that I've encountered with it. So, originally, it had developed, the first one I had a squeaking noise, so this top cam was replaced. It didn't stop, so we replaced the whole bottom limb set and cam. That didn't fix the problem, so Darton just sent me a whole new bow, which is this bow. Been a great bow, really has. I have destroyed more arrows with this bow than I should have from a financial standpoint, but I've really enjoyed this bow. I actually just had to take and get it the serving redone because the serving was separating right here very badly. It was really bad, and so just got that done. Been having some trouble getting this D loop to set right. So I was planning on taking it back to Life Outdoors next week. Today's Friday. I discovered this new problem on Thursday, so yesterday, and Life Outdoors is closed because they are shooting the, I think it's Black Eagle Darton ASA, I think that's what they call it, over in Phoenix City. So um, that's why I cannot get this problem immediately fixed. So, as I said, this is a brand new bow. Okay, brand new bow. They shipped this to Jeremy. He threw all my stuff on it. That was on the other consequence. He handed it to me, sighted it in, did really good. Shot it 100 yards, shot it 80 yards, all over the place. It does a really good job. You can actually go back. The last video I posted was actually of me and Ben shooting this bow and the Mathews, and I did some of those 100-yard shots with it, and it just does a good job. It really does. So I'm not making this video to bash Darton. Okay, I really don't want to bash any company. Okay, even Elite. I loved my Elite bow until I found something I thought was a lot better. And then even before I found the Phase 4, I started, once I kind of got out of that honeymoon phase, the Elite just wasn't appealing to me anymore. And I'll never say that Elite makes a terrible product, but it's not the product for me. And I think that's something a lot of people need to think about. We're a little too, us in the archery world, we're a little too hesitant, we're a little too quick to point at somebody's bow because it's a brand we don't shoot and say, hey, that's not a good bow because it's not, Mathews, or it's not Hoyt or Bowtech or Prime or whatever brand of bow that you prefer. There's nothing wrong with being brand loyal. I think that's a good thing to do. I try not to be brand loyal because I feel like at any moment somebody could introduce something that just completely shakes the game and changes everything. So, like I said, I won't lock in 100% on a brand right now just because I think there's things that some companies just do better than others. And while Mathews may not be the best in one category, they might be the best in almost every other category, but Bowtech may be better in one, Hoyt may be better in one. So that's why I don't try to be brand loyal. So anyways, back to the Darton. So this bow has developed a quite large problem, and it's actually not even really showing up. You might can see it a little bit. Let's see. Okay, there you go. You can see it now. Yep. So right there, you can see there is a crack in the limb. you can really see. So this is not a big crack, but it is developing into a bigger crack. And if you look, and you probably, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this. Maybe not. There's actually some more places right in the middle of that limb where it could crack even further, and not even at the edge this time, but in the center of the limb, which is not a good thing for any bow to have. So, like I said, I'm not bashing Darton. As far as I can tell, I'm probably the only person in America that's had these continued problems with the Consequence. So I guess I've got 2 lemons back to back. I guess that's what happened. Even the best of equipment, you're going to find lemons in them. And that's what I tell people, you know, when they're looking at fishing reels and stuff, if they have a bad experience with a company because of one particular product, I say don't let that dissuade you, because this same product, hundreds and hundreds of people have, if not thousands of people, tens of thousands have purchased this same product and never had any problems. So it is possible to get 2 lemons back to back. I'm not going to say it's not. It's very rare. So this is probably just going to be my burden to bear. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, Life Outdoors is going to be closed for the rest of this week, and they don't open on Monday. So next Tuesday, I will be back up there at the store, and Jeremy and Stephanie will probably be very curious to know why I'm there, because I seem to show up pretty frequently, and it's like every time I show up, it's like, well, what's going on now? But we'll see what they say. They'll reach out to Darton, and they'll figure something out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this video up now, and I will update you guys on what happens. So here's what I want you guys to do for me, okay? And I really appreciate all of the support I've been getting on my last few videos, especially the one I just put up about the Consequence. Before this problem arose, all the views it got, I really appreciate that. All the comments, really appreciate those. So here's the deal. I've got a couple of options in mind. If this bow, what I really want, I won't lie to you guys, and this won't happen, I would really like a refund at this point, because like I said, this is the second bow I've had, and it's like we can't ever get it right. I would like a refund. That's probably not going to happen. So the Consequence is probably going to go. As much as I hate to say that, as much as I love this bow, it's just going to have to go. I can't keep having a bow that I don't have confidence in and carry that to the deer woods. Even if the Mathews is a little bit harder for me to tote around, I would rather take something that I have 100% confidence in. I could put my money behind that Mathews. That bow is a shooter. It's a killer bow. It really is. So the Consequence is probably going to go. So I've got a few options in mind, and I'll just list some of those out to you guys and let you kind of tell me what you think in the comments. So the only sub 30-inch bow that is on my list to think about, or I should say 30 or less, is the Lift 29.5. That's the only bow that is 30 inches or less that I would be interested in shooting, because I've already played with some of the other bows. I've shot the Alpha X30, and that's not for me. It just isn't, okay? And I probably won't really care for the Lift 29.5, but that's the only 30 or less inch axle that I will consider in this particular situation, because that's all Life Outdoors has, other than the Alpha X30 and the CP30. I didn't like either of those. So other options, of course, a Lift 33, an Alpha X33, the Bowtech SS34. They've still got one, and I really like that bow. I really, really do. So there's a good possibility that I would actually trade this bow for that one. But there's also one more that I would look at, and that is the Bowtech Core SS, because it is a 31.5-inch axle to axle. So it's a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to carry around hunting. So I wouldn't be getting quite the stability as having a 33, 34-inch bow. But I've already got a 33-inch bow, and I could get another one. That's not out of the realm of possibility. But at the same time, I would like to have another an actual dedicated hunting bow. That's a little bit shorter, axle to axle and everything. So just let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Like I said, I really hate to make this video. I really don't want to bash any company, but I wanted to make sure that I showed this limb on camera to you guys before the bow is out of my hands, or whatever happens with it from here. I just wanted to make sure I showed that, because that may not happen to anybody else's bow. It may not, and I hope it doesn't. I really don't want it to, and I love this bow. I really do. I want it to succeed, but it's not the bow for me anymore. And there is a possibility that I will keep it if they replace limbs or replace the bow or whatever, but I'm not fond of that idea. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, what bow you might want to see me shoot or test. I may even get to film some of that if I do go and shoot some bows. Maybe not. I don't know. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. Sorry to make such a sad, forlorn video, but that's just how this one wound up being. So anyways, you guys stay safe, stay in the outdoors. God bless you, and I'll catch you on the next one.